Alright, so here we are back with our Rocky Boys. Our Zyrite Empire has two major problems that we have to deal with. They're going to be the focuses. One of those problems is something that we have no direct intervention on, and that is these guys. The disgusting-faced space aliens that live next to us, these squishy guys who we hate. Sometimes we bring them on screen just to remind us that things that disgusting can exist. And then we have to figure out what to do with these guys. So they have bad traits, but those traits could be fixed. The biggest problem is their growth speed. I don't really like having slaves that have bad growth speeds, but they do have big habitability to make up for it, which could be useful. Mostly they're going to be, if we do keep them as slaves, mostly they'll be electricians, because the weighting will sort Zyrites to do mineral jobs more than them. The other job that they could potentially be is clerks, which is pretty weird. And of course, they'll be producing the food for them to eat.
To all my fellow members of the Zyrite Council, I come to you with the findings of my experiments on the usefulness of the Nori people. Generally speaking, they are of no use as workers because they are too weak and they are too easy to do harm to. But I, Rubric, have discovered that if you take a simple metal press and smash it down on them repetitively, a paste will be created. That paste is surprisingly good for burning in biofuel factories. Beyond this use, I have also discovered that combining it with simple minerals that come from the waste processing of our own nutritional food, it can be made into a meal supplement that provides almost all of the needs to the Nori people. It is my proposal that we begin the process of preparing them for pressing as soon as possible.
There's a thing you can do when you're a rock. We can make them livestock, and if we make them livestock, we can feed them to themselves. But we can also use biogenerators to get a boost in energy, and I'm pretty sure the biogenerators are more efficient than just selling the food on the market, which is a much more dynamic way of making use of them, I think. Normally, when you use something as livestock in this game, let's actually play the game while we're having this conversation so that things start to happen. So normally, when you use things as livestock in this game, the fantasy, the roleplay, is that you are, you're eating them. But I don't think so. I see the Rocky Boys as just keeping them alive in order to throw them onto biogenerators. And once they turn them into the kind of, nutrient-rich paste that the biogenerators take, they also just, as a side effect, feed them back to themselves. That's what I'm thinking. It's admittedly a pretty strange take, but one that I think we might go with, just for something different, something fun to do, So that's my idea. I have no idea if it's going to be good or useful, but it is what we're going to do, because that's how roleplay works, right? We're not here to do the best thing, we're here to come up with things we can do that might be cool and work. So I'm thinking of turning them into, basically, fuel, charcoal, logs. That's the idea. This guy is still doing this. After that, it's going to go up here. We're going to focus on using our lower construction ship to build out these resources in space, because we want to get this number real high. Once our colonies balloon, we want this number to get to 50, even as high as 100 as soon as we possibly can. That's the idea. And the best way to get some of that right away will be to build lots of space resource platforms. What is this? This is faster research. Good. I think we want energy credits. Good. This guy, he's not out of places to go yet, but we'll just add some more anyway. Just grab this right away. And we'll take Starbase Upkeep. We're going to take Technological Ascendancy first, because it'll make it easier for us to get the psionics that we're looking for. I'm going to have these guys just... First thing we're going to do is we're going to increase their fleet size all the way to cap. It's important for us to have at least one large fleet so that we can keep most of our neighbors equivalent to us instead of falling way behind. That should discourage them from attacking us as much as they might otherwise. Good, and then we're going to just reinforce them by the ships they can, and we're going to send them to their new home base on the border of Squishy Land, and we're going to recruit an admiral. I think we're going to take the unyielding guy, even though unyielding is actually... you know what? We don't have the points anyway, so I guess we're waiting. So we might as well wait a year until we can see if we get better choices. So our expansion direction is going to be up here. Because, again, there's a natural
anomaly found.
Choke point there. Then maybe something will be out here. Probably we're going to find somebody soon else. Other than our neighbor here. It's got room to grow, which is kind of scary. But there's literally no chance we can do anything about them before things get worse. Before they get stronger, I mean. Alright, so let's just see. We need to immediately take that planet with our soldiers that we've already sent up in that direction. Good, they're already on their way. And let's just land our armies. Should be simple enough. Probably we're going to turn this into a generator world. Because that just makes sense, considering what we plan to do with the population of the planet. I am Arkhan, destroyer of worlds, and I have come to put an end to your disgusting, soft decadence. Prepare for my wrath. I do find myself wondering whether or not this is going to be what we do with most slaves, or this is just going to be special for those disgusting molluscoids. And there we have it. General Arkhan has done its duty. Okay, so their population is pretty small. We need to have someone come immediately to oversee them. So we're going to resettle these guys to there. We want to immediately, we're going to send a clerk to them, which is good. And now we want to look at their population, species, and we're going to set their rights. They're going to be slavery. They're going to be livestock. That is going to make them super unhappy, which means they are certainly going to rebel. But that is something we are going to have to manage. Hopefully we can manage it. Good. The other thing we're going to do, just to help our economy balance out, is we're going to, let's see the planet summary. We're going to get rid of this. We don't need that. And we're going to get rid of this. Good. We're going to then immediately build minerals. Alright, so we have completed expansion. And we will, as stated, grab... Oh, Magnetic Miracle. Too bad there's no research there right now. We're getting Technological Ascendancy, because it will help us move towards getting our psionics sooner. Now, we're going to get our general that we didn't get earlier. Kralok. Kralok is good. Alright, let's pick him. Our fleet now has an admiral. Did I say general before? I meant admiral. Which is definitely an improvement. We should also reinforce them as much as we can right now. And good, that leaves us with enough alloys that we can still expand if we need to. So let's just slow down for a bit here so we can make some decisions. We have mastered what technology? Coil guns. Great. So after coil guns, we're going to get powered exoskeletons. And then we are going to decide what we're going to do here. So, to get amenities, our best bet is probably more priests. Who else, I wonder, will give us more
Construction complete.
amenities? I really think there's only 2 buildings that can give us amenities right now. Temples, which we've already discussed, and hollow theaters. Hollow theaters might be more efficient for just straight amenities, but I think because of the unity, temples are better for us. First one is actually quite useless to us, if I remember correctly, because we already have maximum mining districts on any planet. Let's just see if it is possible for us to produce the money we need. Oh yeah, of course it is, because there's something we should be doing regularly, and that is, where are we at here? Edicts, policies, we want the one... Society management. Relics. Sell our 1 relic, and then we can fund it. And still have money left over for something else if we need it. So we're gonna start Burnhall Tor with mining districts, because it's gonna end up being the alloy foundry, the forge, and then we're gonna have Stellak Thaban be the planet that is the factory, and it's gonna build industrial districts right away. Oh, it's asteroid. Where's this?
Situation log updated.
Oh, are you kidding? So far away! So far away. Where's the asteroid at? Okay. I actually wonder if we can get here fast enough. Let's just look at our... ship designer here. We want to take this off auto-generate. We want to make sure everything's better. We'll switch this to a shield and then put this on here.
Construction complete.
Save that. Oh, another population. Who are you going to be? Let us take a look. You are sort of medieval looking. You're 1 scientist. Yeah. You guys are plant things. Plant things. Well, I mean, ultimately, we could also turn them into food. That's definitely another thing we can do. We could turn them into food. And I'm seriously considering doing that. We'll decide once we're closer to actually being able to land troops on the planet, though. And that's still quite a ways away. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you didn't attack this thing. Could you do it? Could you, do it?
Anomaly found.
That's why you're here, right? Could you do it? Weird you guys thought it was a good idea to just sort of hang out.
System survey complete.
It's, let's kill this asteroid so you can go home. He's costing us a small fortune. It's been a pretty large amount of effort, honestly. Oh, that's so many minerals. So much food and so many alloys we can make. It's a good event. It's a good event. There's no denying that. All right.
Anomaly found.
Burnhall Ryus. Just leave that, and we're going to build you a immediate mining district. We're in pretty good shape here. Let's look at who needs... So you absolutely filled all your job positions, and you are going to be... Just build you another mine for now. This is not supposed to be a factory. This is supposed to be a foundry. Can build its first industrial district, and we'll just change it right now to what it's supposed to be. It's a foundry. Keep calling them foundries even though they're forges. It's a factory world. You can build a district there, and Earth still has plenty of room for new people on it. We'll just let it continue. Okay, neural implants. Let's us build the slave processing factory. Useful. And we have adaptive bureaucracy, which is also quite good. But I think we're going to go for the neural implants first. Better safe than sorry when it comes to managing slaves. Survey this. Survey this. This is new. Well, we'll get the squishy lover, known as Ghent, to start doing his squishy loving work. Damn squishy lover.
Ah, yes, welcome to my office, Diplomat Ghent. Because it is well known amongst all of our people that you are a lover of the squishy, I have prepared a special mission for you. These people are the squishiest of
But, my
squishy.
lord, I'm actually not...
No, Ghent, you don't have to be ashamed. I mean, you should be, but you don't have to admit to it. I don't want to hear it. Special mission. I hope that you're prepared. You should prepare to leave at once.
So we have low stability here. Of course we do. Of course we have low stability here. Do we have...
We have mastered a new technology.
Let's see. What can we do here to fix this problem? Probably I can send you a population. Do I have any populations that I think I could easily send without any trouble? Could probably give up a miner from someplace, right? Like we can transfer a miner from here. Resettle a miner to here. And with that, I think the next thing to do will be to build a temple after they've had a little bit of time to grow some more population. Let's stop here for a bit. I think we want to go to our population here, and we want to force it to build diorites for a bit, just so we can start using this planet for things other than just enslaving food population. So we've done some pretty good expansion so far, I think. We're having to manage our charcoal people a lot. I mean, they should be happy that we're only killing them in population-controlled ways. They're probably unhappy that we're feeding themselves back to themselves, but, I mean, they're just squishies, right? I mean, are we supposed to care what they think? I don't think we're supposed to care what they think, right? These guys have exploded. Like, literally exploded. It's not good for us. We are pretty well in a good position to build the next colony we want, so we'll just do it now. This is going to be Enoch. Stelluk Enoch. Our new world. Down here on the border with the ugly squishies. I don't think anyone's going to want to live there, but we're not going to really give them a choice. We have this Savannah world up here, too. And a nice desert world, but that's going to have its anomaly done before we can do anything about it. I mean, I don't want... They're disgusting, they're soft, and they're awful, and I don't want anything to do with them, but I can't attack them immediately. So I don't... In spite of the fact I hate them, I don't want to create hostility, because I'm not strong enough to attack them, so we will go with neutral. The spirits definitely do not think this is an auspicious meaning. That for sure. Somebody is preparing to go to war with us, that's them, so let's just make sure we try to discourage that, and our fastest way to discourage that is to do our upgrades. We need to try to race them for this system then. I'm just going to send the ship here instead of building those. You can build those after. You're done here. So I think you can grab the mines here. So it's pretty obvious we're going to miss this gateway because he's already sent someone to do it. So we're just going to back off. Build stations. But we're going to finish the exploration here. And then you are going to come back this way and I suppose... help out down here. We got nobody doing this direction. Probably this will lead to the bottom of their empire, or a dead end. That's going to be your next task after you finish what you're doing. Sucks that we're not going to get that gateway. Really sucks, but there's nothing we can really do about it. Actually kind of hard looking. They are a hive mind. They have... Yeah, don't interfere with our endeavors. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, you're up there. That gives me an idea of where my next space station has to go. So we're establishing the edges of our territory and getting to the point where we can start working on becoming stronger. Our biggest problem is that we've done nothing to develop energy, which, I mean, we could probably solve pretty quickly. Most of our resources are staying good. We have tons and tons of minerals, which will mean we won't have a hard time developing further. Everything except energy is going fine. Could we pick one of these two planets, and this planet would probably make a fine energy world? What about you? Not so good. What about you?
We have mastered a new technology.
Equally good. So we're going to just
complete.
Build this colony. Oh, it has that anomaly on it still. Well, we're working on that right now, so that's fine.
System survey.
So let's do a proper summary of where we're at. We are selling food that comes from the bodies of our enslaved Nori to make some extra credits. Eating them with themselves either. No food is being produced inside of our empire that does not come from them. We don't eat them. That would be disgusting. But we make them eat themselves because that seems fine. So here we are. It's the end of the episode. We're done for this time, I think. We've got a lot of colonies right now. We've just built a new colony that we're sending out to Alpha Centauri. Well, I mean, we just queued it. The ship's not built yet. We have a full fleet in the south that is the best ships we can possibly build right now. They're not great, but they are strong enough to tell our neighbors not to bother us, which will do. We have our two enemies, disgusting slobber boys, and disgusting toothpaste that dried after being squeezed out and left for a week. Soft and disgusting on both ends. We have the Norani, who... Nope, this is not the Norani, this is the other people. We have the Norani, who we are using to make food out of themselves, which we are selling on the market for money to help with our income problems. We have, inside our territory, at least what we consider to be our territory, the plant things. We have these plant things. And the plant things we have not conquered yet, so we have not decided what we're going to do with them yet. Most likely enslave them. Maybe for food, because I kind of like that idea. It's a really strange way to use them, but it makes sense. Right? We're breaking down their biological material and using it for fuel eventually. We have really good mineral income. In fact, we're getting minerals faster than we can spend them, which is great. In fact, our population growth is our primary problem right now. Just before we finish signing off fully, let's just go to our planets that have few jobs and just improve them. We're going to need amenities on these planets, so we're going to build gene clinics to get amenities. You're already building a research lab. So Generator World has 3. You're building a gene clinic. You're building a mining district. So it looks like we're expanding all of those fine. Tons of money. No reason to worry about... Oh, what's this? Oh, the science ship is stopped up here. Well, we don't want that to happen, so we'll just survey some more. What I find interesting about these guys is I don't even see the connection. Right? They must have come all the way around for us to discover them. Or we discovered them through here. Well, their border touches ours, even though it's not a real border. It does touch ours. So that's maybe it. Like signals or something. Regardless, I don't know. I can't really say. Wonder if these two connect? Well, we'll find out. See who else isn't doing anything before we finally end. It's you. You were doing nothing. You should continue the process of just getting all the stuff down here into our control. In fact, we were going to build a colony here, which means we need to do this. Then we'll build down to here and deal with them in the next episode.
We have mastered a new technology.
All right. Thank you for watching. Off-world trading companies. What does this lead us to? Okay, so we have now reached Tier 2 on biotech, which means we need to focus down getting 6 Tier 2s, avoiding all Tier 1s for now. Obviously, the exobiology researcher increase is going to be helpful for us. We're going to try to focus on science more. Right now, our science is pretty much being maintained by space stations. But as we move forward, we're going to start pushing out science. Some of these lower colonies that I'm not sure what to do with, like probably this one, will also be science planets. The great thing about the way that our combination works is, as we build mineral districts, we'll get science districts for free, and lots of... not for free, but we'll get the spaces to build them in, and lots of housing. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of my Zyrite Empire, and if you did, I hope to see you again later.